what not to do for Black History Month. It's actually not an odd question because oftentimes people just think that the one Black person in the room should be carrying the weight of the entire Black community and putting on Black History Month events and sharing all the stories about Black Canadians, and that's not the case. I'm here today at Merging Waters Church. I've been invited to share my story, read a bit of my book to the congregation here during Black History Month. They've also invited me to set up all my products on and display them because a lot of the congregation is interested in buying copies of my books. So I'm going to unload my car, load everything on my dolly, and then pack up and head into the church and have a really great morning.
We were gonna put you out in snow, but you know.
This is exceedingly large.
Right?
Like,
wow. It's a big labyrinth in this place. It's so huge.
I would not expect to have a big stage and everything here.
Oh, and we have the big thrift store downstairs, and oh yeah. So like we had a lot of students from John Abbott. They furnished their apartments.
Really? I'm honestly
amazing.
Right now.
So much work that comes out.
It's a cute little secret.
Yeah, it is.
And from the front, it doesn't really look like it.
No, I really thought that when I walked in, that was it.
No. This building, this part of the building was the original church.
Yeah. So
the sanctuary was built second to this. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. This is where they met to begin with, over 100 years ago.
The fireplace kept it. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore, but it kept this place warm.
Oh wow! And then I guess next door was another building. I just bought the property.
No, it was property, and then they built onto it. But like I said, 100 years
yeah.
it's been. So,
wow.
Yeah. Cool, eh? All right, let's get you set up.
Yes.
So today we're going to hear a bit of Akila's story, a sharing of one of her books, and a chance to hear some questions answered about Black History Month by your almost two only Black people in the room. And I wonder what hearing some of these stories change will bring for you. So welcome again, Akila.
You guys can see me because I'm not very tall. There we go. Good morning, everyone. My name is Akila Newton. Thank you so much for having me. So I'm just here to share my story about my journey. I'm going to read a few pages from my book. I was hoping some kids would be here, but unfortunately they're all sick. But regardless, there's still a lot to learn for adults and children from these books because these stories often aren't told. Gloria Leon Bayless was a hard worker and talented nurse. She couldn't land a job because she was culturally diverse. She was denied work at a hotel due to her skin tone. So she brought the case to court with a strong backbone. It took 12 years for her to win this human rights case. She's the first Black Canadian to successfully prove discrimination due to race. Gloria started a booming business that makes medical supplies. She's a role model to many and continues to inspire so many lives.
So I thought of a couple, and I reached out to a couple people yesterday, and we came up with...
So what does Black History Month mean to me? It's a time where we could actually celebrate our culture. We have the 28-day period in 1 month of the year where, all eyes are placed on the Black community because unfortunately the 11 other months of the year, our voices are muted. People aren't interested in hearing about our stories. So it means so much to me that 27 years in Canada, we've been celebrating Black History Month, and we're able to, uplift young Black children and let them know that Black History Month is not about talking about slavery. It's about talking about, as I said, the trailblazers who came before me. It's about talking about all of these phenomenal Black Canadians who have changed the world and who are continuing to change the world. So Black history, honestly, it means Black excellence. It means that, you know, my voice is going to be heard, and it just means that young kids will be able to see themselves represented at least for that 1 month of the year. So what not to do for Black History Month is actually not an odd question, because oftentimes people just think that the one Black person in the room should be carrying the weight of the entire Black community, and putting on Black History Month events and sharing all the stories about Black Canadians, and that's not the case. We need allies to come and support us and stand arm in arm with us, amplify our voices, and also do the work. It's not our responsibility to educate people outside of the Black community about our experience and our lived experience. So what not to do not look at the one Black person in the room and just assume that they are then going to take on the responsibility of educating you and educating the entire community and planning all the activities. And lastly, if you are not a person of color, I personally find it offensive if you try to plan a Black History Month activity without collaborating with someone from our community. So those are my suggestions.
Unfortunately, our time is up. However, Akila is going to be in Adair Halls, so please stop by the table. And I just want to say thank you, Akila.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.